Yeah, it's I think work hard, play hard is what I've always said to my kids. Nothing you can't beat talent and hard work beats personality every time.
And I just caught up with Ross down at the doctor's, and he was just telling me that he had a bit of an itch. And how is that going?
We'll delete this.
Graham Bloxham for Wellington Live and Wellington in Your Pocket. Today we've got a treat, but before I introduce him, I've just found out he was born in Invercargill and not Wellington. A man I've always looked up to and across to or down to is Ross Jamieson. Good to see you, Ross.
Morning, mate.
Yeah. Oh, good. Thank you. Yeah, it's good to have you in, and so we're doing a series celebrating Wellington's men of Wellington, and it's an inspirational sort of storytelling series to share some of your stories and just to give people an opportunity to live vicariously through your amazing life. So
this will be a short article.
Yeah. Well, can I start with a couple of short questions?
Okay.
Yeah. So where were you born?
Invercargill.
Oh, not Wellington. And how old are you, mate?
I'm 55, thank you.
Excellent. And where do you get your toupee from?
I get the toupee from Richard Yee from Razor's Edge.
Excellent.
I think it was longest client, 35 years, I think.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And what are you cooking tonight?
My wife's away, so I'm probably cooking a kebab.
Yeah. You going to cook that yourself?
No.
You're going to go out to...
It'll be the Untitled Kebab shop, mate.
Oh, yeah. And what book are you on to right now?
I'm reading Roger Federer's book, actually, although it's putting me to sleep because he's so perfect that it's not like Tiger Woods' book. So it's actually boring me a bit.
Hey, who is your favourite sport? Do you have a favourite sports person? You're a sports person.
My favourite sports person? God, I don't.
Yeah.
No, because that's a boring answer, doesn't it? No, I don't really have one I think about too often.
Yeah.
No, I like all sport. Sorry.
Oh well, that's no good. We can't carry on if you don't have a favourite. Now, can I just say that Ross has done some work in the community and at Poneke, over at Poneke. Just take us through that journey. What you've been able to achieve over there is just magnificent.
Yeah, thanks, mate. It's So I taught at Poneke Community and Sports Centre. So. Like Poneke Rugby, I've been a member of Poneke Rugby for a long time. Played all my rugby out in Upper Hutt, but when I moved into town, Poneke Rugby Club was just down the road, and my boss was the chairman there at the time, and he told me he was going to fire me unless I took the kids to play at Poneke. So I've been involved in the Poneke Club through the administration period and coaching period, but not the playing period. So I've never actually worn the red and black of Poneke. So I've been punched by a few of them over the times, but no. So look, got involved in administration and an old rugby club. Third or fourth oldest rugby club in New Zealand, and so wonderful history, wonderful spirit around the place, but a really old building that was costing them a lot, and all the volunteers were sort of falling away because it was just, instead of actually administering rugby, they were actually getting down there to clear toilets and clean, and too hard, especially when people are busy. It's just too hard. So we had an opportunity to we looked at it and said, what are we going to do here? We either walk away from the building, which then the council would take it over because it's on council land and on Kilbirnie Park there, and they would just put a bulldozer through it really, or make it new parking for the pool. So, or we do something with it. And of course we recognise Great Bones in a great location and a recreation precinct halfway between the city and the airport. So we sniffed around a bit and thought, well, what if we renovated this and actually made it fit for purpose, and then made it available to the wider community instead of just being a rugby club and a softball club. And look, it just went from there. That journey started in 2011. We sort of put a finger in the air and said who would use this if it was better and more accessible and affordable, and we probably had 30 different groups supporting others say, if you do it, we will come.
What did it cost?
It cost $2.45 million, which today is quite, I think we got in before the rush. Yeah. They sort of say now if you're going north of $3 million, you're going to battle as a community to raise the money. So look, it took us 4 years to raise the money. It took us a year to get the council to believe that we were serious. And I understand that at the end of the day, they probably get a few tire kickers, and they need to make sure that on council land that the administration and governance of it was going to be robust and had some resilience. So that was cool. We understood that. So, but the government, the long-term plan, the council put some money in from the long-term plan. Lotto came in, community trusts. The rugby club had a little bit of money in the bank. They emptied it. They took out a loan. So that showed how committed they were and how visionary they were, really. And then, of course, we had to deal with the rugby club in terms of what does it mean for them to actually open their doors and make it more than just a footy club.
And so you got into the community. You raised the funds. You're a business person.
Yeah.
So for our readers or our watchers, what would be a message that you would send to them about leadership?
Well, I think we didn't really have a manual on how to do this. Sport New Zealand had a book, and interestingly enough, I've helped Sport New Zealand write their current hub guide, as they call it, and it's 170 pages. The book that they had when I did this was 6 pages about how to develop hubs and have some collaboration. So we just used the basic decent behaviour. So what we did, we just engaged with the other clubs that we thought could come. We were open and transparent with them the whole time about what it could cost, what we were trying to achieve, and their role in that. And of course, people are suspicious. They feel that that being a rugby club building and being the landlord, that they would just drive in and say, well, we want the space, we're just going to take it, and you can get stuff. So we reassured them around that, put some strong systems in place, and we formed a working group of all the clubs. So everyone had a say as we developed the plans for it all.
So transparency, openness, obviously, and a clear plan so they felt engaged. And then you slammed the door shut on them and got the money. Is that, you must have had to close at some stage?
No, we stayed. We did close, but we closed during a period only needed to close for 2 months. We sort of did it in a piecemeal way and did spaces. And we only had to close for about 2 months. So some of the clubs we had to find some alternative.
Oh, when I say close, you close the deals.
Oh, we closed the deals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, when you're saying to an organisation that's probably in an old building, their own separate building, Darts Association, for example, paying 20, 30 grand a year to do it.
Is that what they have to pay? So there were many stakeholders, so you're able to spread the burden.
But they came in, they're paying us 15 grand a year, and they've got one of New Zealand's most modern dart centres. Yeah. So they're paying half. They don't have to worry about managing their building. Our staff manage all that. They clean it, they present it ready for them. So all the dartboards are ready when they walk in. They walk in, they play their sport, they leave. So the administration is there. We help them with funding. It's a very, very good model.
Now tell me, when I mention the word tourism, what does that mean to you?
I get the shakes. I own a travel company, outbound travel company. Yeah. So, So we own BCD Travel. So, it's been tough. But no one's fault. No use getting bitter and twisted about it, is it? It's happened. We had 33 staff at the time. When it happened, we moved pretty quickly. We could see it was drama. So we reduced to about 6 to 8 staff. But we've kept going. We're on one knee, we're not on two, and we can see quite a good future coming up. And interesting enough, if you look at leisure travel, and we're mainly corporate, but if you look at leisure travel, there's a lot of people contacting us now who traditionally haven't used travel agents, but they want that comfort and that service, and knowing that if they're overseas and the rules change in that country or this country, that they've got some support networks around them.
Something a bit formal.
I think so. Yeah.
Absolutely. Why do you think that is? It's just about being able to react, or? I
think so. Well, I think a lot of people were saying predicting that travel agents would be a thing of the past with the advent of the internet, but the business we're part of is represented in 109 countries. So if you go over to the States, mate, and something changes over there around COVID or anything else, that you've got someone to call, and we've got people local who can assist you. So I think people are prepared to pay for service and comfort.
So you see a bright future with all these border closures and things like that. You see a comeback.
Oh, definitely. Our business has actually grown. If you look at it in a warped, ironic way, our business has actually grown by 20% since it started, and that's because we've got a whole lot of new clients now. They just can't transact. But when the borders do open and there's more freedom, they will transact. Yeah. So we expect to go back to what we were in turnover plus. And what we have done over the last 2 years is develop a whole lot of new technologies, which makes us more efficient too. So no, we're certainly not looking at our navel. We see a great future for our business here.
Speaking of navel, you're looking quite fit, if I can say so. How do you keep fit, Ross?
Mate, I'm a Les Millser. I've obviously played rugby, and you're very kind, by the way. If I took your shirt off, you'd have a different view. But no, look, bit of running, bit of cycling. Yeah. About to go for a bike shortly.
Are you?
Go to the gym.
Where are you going to ride to?
Just around the bays with the boys. Yeah. We'll go 4 deep. Stop, be right in a line of traffic. Yeah. Carrot cake and a mochaccino afterwards, mate. What could go wrong?
Carrot cake. Excellent. Are you? So what will that be? 35 k's?
40 today, mate, with a few hills.
So the extra 5 k's gets you the carrot cake.
That gets me carrot, maybe a ginger slice.
Excellent. You put that on top.
As you clip into the cafe.
And have you got your little slurp bottle? Got it all. Or have you got a Camelback?
No, I've got my slurp bottle.
Have you?
That's the problem because I've got hairy legs, and you go to a cycling event with hairy legs, and they think you're a bit weird, and you go to a rugby club with shaved legs, and I think you're a bit weird. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Oh, that is a bit.
Yeah, it is.
You didn't flinch at the old hair being ripped off. Just a last question as we head into the twilight of our interview. If you were going to give some advice to a 20-year-old you, what would it be?
Advice to a 20-year-old me, I would travel. Yeah, and I think technology and global awareness is really important right now. So I think travel, maybe study, do your overseas travel, do a bit of work over there. Don't get stuck overseas. I think this is paradise back here, and there's great opportunity in this country. So I would definitely come back and just do what you enjoy and study what you enjoy and get involved in it.
And some advice to the young men that are out there have you got advice like be courageous or take risks? I mean, what advice would you give to our followers?
No, I think I trained as an accountant, so being courageous and taking risks goes against my. I think I'm a planner, so have your plan, have some flexibility around that, but have fun, laugh. Life's too short. Yeah, it's I think work hard, play hard is what I've always said to my kids. Nothing you can't beat talent and hard work beats personality every time.
And I just caught up with Ross down at the doctor's, and he was just telling me that he had a bit of an itch. And how is that going?
We'll delete this.
What do you think we will?
Oh no, I'm itchy.
No, we target specific areas. We're micro targeted and that sort of thing. So we can target that to a special area.
I've got a strong itch to travel. Thank you, Graham.
Yeah. You have. Oh, yeah. A bit of travelling. What I'm going to do now, Ross, is put you under pressure. Wellington in your pockets and experience engine, so we can make things on the web and the system thinks for you. If there was an experience in Wellington, what would it be?
For me, it's the Miramar Peninsula. Go for a bike ride around there, stop at the Chocolate Fish, get a coffee, and then come up Brooklyn Hill, and if you and then up through the town belt with your dog up through Mount Vic, mate, every time.
Excellent. So a ride, a chocolate slice, just to the extra 5Ks, and then a walk up Mount Vic with your pooch.
Yep, that's it, buddy.
Excellent. Well, that's quite nice. A bit of exercise, a bit of fitness, and a bit of family dog fun. Thank you very much for that. Well, this is Graham Bloxham for Wellington Live and Wellington in Your Pocket, and Ross, who's got his cream to apply to the itch. And we look forward to sharing Ross with you a bit more in the future.